Let's take a look now at the distort category. I'm going to turn the CC hair off that we applied earlier in this section, actually the previous lesson, and I'm going to go to Effect, Distort, and I'm going to choose Magnify. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here, so it would require quite a bit of experimentation on your part, but trust me, it's all fun. So I'm going to go to Magnify, and we get this sphere here. I'm going to go ahead and just move this timeline down so we could just focus on what we have. We can click on the center of the sphere and it will magnify the pixels that it hovers over. So we can focus on his big head, and we can come over here and go to the feet and so on. Really cool stuff. We can change the way it works, of course, by going to the properties that appear in the effects controls. So we can turn this to a square. All right, so we can go ahead and once again click on the actual object, not the artwork. We can change it back to a circle. We can even change the center. All right, so we're just manually doing this so if you need more control as opposed to clicking on it like so. Now, what I'm going to do as well is add a feather to it. So this could be a nice effect. You want to just not have the outline so harsh, and you just want to zoom in and show something, maybe for an encyclopedia or that kind of thing, just to show this is the character's eyes or whatever. Once again, just softening the edge. And we can even drop the opacity down and animate that over time. So imagine you're showing maybe something like in CSI. So, you want to show some broken ribs. So you just keep this hidden and you keyframe the opacity at 0, whatever frame you want. And then when you want to show the effect, you go ahead and just show it and boom, there we go, cracked ribs. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And we'll head back to our distort category. Let's try let's say here, the ripple. Now what we could do with ripple is we can take the effect and we can create phases. So I'm going to go ahead and just rotate this, increase the radius so we can really see it. And now when I spin the dial, we get this really cool ripple effect. Really cool for a pond, maybe a dream sequence, that kind of thing. All right. We can change the wave speed, the wave width, the height. And once again, we can just go ahead and, turn the dial to get a really cool effect. And I'm actually making myself quite sleepy. So that's just another really cool example of a distortion effect. So I'll turn that off as well, and I'll twirl these guys up. Let's go back to our menu again, and let's see what else we can put on here. Let's try blobby lies. Okay, now we have these blobs, which give us the effect of like molten metal or that kind of effect that sit on top of our object. So we can change the blobbiness. And by the way, if you guys have checked out my Adobe Illustrator course at the VTC website, you know that Adobe loves the word blob as much as I do, because there's a blob brush in Illustrator. I love those guys. So as you can see, like most of the effects, we can twirl open the properties and we can change them. So I can change the softness and get it more liquidy and more of a dry effect. We can change the cutaway so it's really not on the character and really completely covering him. We can change the lighting, of course, so we can change the intensity of the lighting. We can change the color of that lighting. So if I want to kind of match the ambience of this, I might want to grab the eyedropper and click in here to get a nice blue color, or even over here to manually get that little highlight there. As you see here, this little specular highlight, it really puts the character in the artwork or the scene. All right, so guys, that is a look at just 3 of the many effects that you can apply in the distort category.